Rescue Talent.
It's our pleasure to welcome back Paula Rascitino, the Executive Director and a major force behind homeowners insurance reform. And Paula has a special request for us all. And we're going to start off talking about a bus ride. Is that right, Paula?
You have it. Hi, and thank you for having me back on your show, and welcome, citizens, again. I'm glad to be able to speak with you. The FAIR Plan, Insurance of Last Resort, is again proposing a rate hike which will affect the Cape and Islands, 6.7%, and many other parts of Massachusetts, and many of them at 10%. New Bedford, Fall River, Plymouth, Essex County, parts of Boston, 10% increase, and Middlesex County, even inland. And our Citizens for Homeowners Insurance Reform, are against this rate increase. The FAIR Plan has acquired over $280 million in profits since 2004. Most of this money on the backs of the coastal citizens, especially the Cape and Islands. And we feel that there is no justification for the Division of Insurance to approve this rate hike. So I've hired a bus, and the rate hike, there's a public hearing process at the Division of Insurance which will take place on Thursday, January 19th at 10 a.m. So we've hired a bus, and we are asking citizens to please make an effort. If they could come in and ride with us into this hearing. I and several others will be testifying on the details of the FAIR Plan filing and why the Division of Insurance should deny this rate hike. But citizens have the right at this hearing. It's our public forum to speak to the Division of Insurance on their situation or their request. But I also encourage citizens who perhaps are uncomfortable to speak to come with us. Sit in the room. When I go up to testify and we have 5 or 6 people representing the hundreds of thousands of citizens down here, it doesn't look like this is a crisis. And I believe that this is. And in these economic times with rising costs to everything that we have, and the number of seniors that are trying to retire and they've lost money in the market, this is a huge impasse to our economic situation, and I really feel that we need to have more people making the effort. So I wanted to tell you where the bus stops will be on Thursday the 19th, and this would be to go into the Division of Insurance, which is now located at 1000 Washington Street in Boston. And the bus is going to pick up starting early in Orleans at the Stop and Shop at 6:20 a.m. It'll go to the Burger King on Route 6 to the regular bus stop and pick up at 6:50 a.m.
Now that's at exit...
Exit 6.
6.
Yep, right up there near the college. And then we'll make a stop at the Sagamore Bridge bus stop, which is located right off over the bridge and right off there near the Burger King, I think, or McDonald's. That's at 7:30 a.m. And we did add one stop at the Plymouth Burger King off of Route 3, that's exit 5 off of Route 3, at 8 a.m. because I'm trying to encourage the Plymouth citizens to be aware of this rate increase. This is something that I feel so strong about. The industry has made unbelievable profits on the backs of the citizens, and we want to let our Division of Insurance, who either approves or disapproves rate filings, to know that it is unacceptable to add additional costs to the citizens. And we have other improvements which we will hope to improve on in a bill that we've got at the State House later. But right now, this is of most pressing, and the cost of this bus to citizens that come is $20 round trip. They can give me cash, they can give me a check. I will be getting off at these stops and greeting people so that you won't have to worry about getting on the wrong bus. And I am asking for people to bring a lunch with you, it's like at high school outing. Bring a drink. It's really a fun experience because even if you just come to watch, the hearing room is going to be filled with the insurance industry in their beautiful suits. And the Attorney General people are there to listen to what the citizens have to say. The Attorney General's office actually will go through a hearing process in days and weeks to come, after the citizens speak. And they oftentimes are there to listen to see what we are saying. And
their involvement, is that a result of your years of prodding them into this responsibility?
I think that they are there for the citizens anyway, but I can tell you that they do a fine job and they do the best job when they know that the citizens are there to watch them. And what will happen in this rate filing process is after the public hearing is completed on the 19th, the Attorney General's lawyers and the lawyers for the FAIR Plan will speak, and they will decide on dates where they will actually have testimony in that room before the Division of Insurance, before their hearing officers. And it's almost like a court case. It's extremely interesting. And I go to as many as I can possibly go to, and I hope that I can maybe get some other citizens interested in going in, and you don't speak during that time, you just are there. But when the AG's office knows that there's citizens there that are taking note and making sure that they know we're looking for their help to best represent us, I feel that this is an important part of the process. And I'm hoping people that come on this trip will get interested enough to go to some of those hearings, because they bring in the people from the modeling companies, justifying the outputs of the models that we all question, and also on the weather experts. And there's an awful lot of education that you can receive there, and also questions that make us realize that we do not feel we're being properly represented in these hurricane models.
How long is the trip up approximately?
Well, with picking up, the hearing starts at 10 a.m., so I want to get up to the Division of Insurance by a little after 9:15, 9:20, because you bring identification with you, a license is best. At the Division of Insurance, we do have to check in, and so we have to show our license, and they give us a badge to wear or a sticker, and then we go upstairs. And
how long do these meetings usually last?
I think that at the hearing, the first priority for speaking will be to our legislators, who will come over themselves or send their representatives to speak on behalf of the citizens. And I think we'll probably have a good number of those legislators or their representatives. They speak first. Then persons that have already signed in, and I had sent a letter saying I will make oral testimony. There's probably 3 or 4 people that have already sign in ahead of time. But the rest of the people that come on this bus trip or show up by driving have the opportunity, when those people are finished, to come up to the microphone and you speak to the hearing officer. It's not an intimidating situation, and it's the time when our citizens' voices are listened to. And I feel that when we have the opportunity, this is something that is important, and it makes a very large difference in sometimes how the commissioner looks at some of these filings. Especially, the FAIR Plan has this process of public hearing, because when the FAIR Plan was created in the 60s, it was done under legislative law, so that all insurance companies in Massachusetts are members of the FAIR Plan. And so therefore, this process of public hearing, I wish, and in our bill that we have up at the State House, we are looking so that the Attorney General could call for a public hearing such as this for private insurance companies if their rates are approved by the commissioner and are thought to be excessive. At present, if the commissioner approves a private insurance company's rates, there's no recourse. The Attorney General has no recourse either. And I feel that this is very unfair, and so we're hoping to make changes. But this bus trip will be a fun one. we have a Cape Cod Times reporter that's riding with us, and I've invited other newspapers if they want to come up and follow this. And there are, in this public building, of course, there is a restaurant, there's bathrooms. So I mean, it's a.
You have time if you want to eat there.
Sure.
Do they have an hour break or something?
Well, once the hearing starts, probably, to be honest, it'll run. It'll run pretty consistently. But for people that have come in on the bus, if they want to step out of the room and need to, there's no accountability. You can step in and out as you wish, and the bus will drop us off right at the door, and then it'll pick us up at the door and take us back to our bus stops that we came from.
Now, is there a time frame on the length of these meetings?
No. I think the Division of Insurance would love it to be a time frame. They've oftentimes tried to cut us off sometimes in regards to how lengthy we speak. But I would imagine that people will probably be heading back to the bus by about 1 or 1:30, I would assume,
so it's
before
not
2 o'clock.
Yeah, it's not really going to be a long day.
No, and you feel good about taking part in something, and you learn something, and it's a process that many people haven't taken part in. So I welcome you all. I hope people will call me. My phone number, 508-240-5231. Please give me a call if you'd like to come. I'll put you on the reserve list. We have plenty of room on the bus, and we're going to have a nice day.
And the time frame again, the bus in Orleans?
Yep. This is Thursday, January 19th, and we'll be leaving the Orleans Stop and Shop at 6:20 a.m. Get up early. Burger King off of Route 6 in Barnstable at 6:50 a.m. Sagamore Bridge at 7:30 a.m. and 8 a.m. at Plymouth, the Burger King. If you know of other people that would like to come, pass the word. We could use your help. I could really use your help.
Well, thank you for the information. We wish you luck.
Thank you.
And we hope to see a lot of you on the bus.
Yep, thank you.